So, well, see what we can work on next meeting.
What else do you guys have on the budget that's concerning or questions or?
We discussed the 25% increase on CAD. I'd like to know how that
Sure.
happened.
And what that's for?
Protective clothing makes sense with new hires that you'd have more turnout gear being purchased. That's a logical increase in expenses. Be
210.
24004.
Okay, thank you.
210-01 on the first page, software support, mobile CAD. That was the one that Nick and I both had questions on.
Okay, so,
210-01.
all right, I got a star on there. All right, yeah. Let me know what you want me to bring up.
30007.
307, professional services, other, I know that stays the same each year, let's see what they use.
Well, they're saying a 2,000 increase.
Oh, yeah. Could be training of some sort,
Screening
training,
or screening,
screening, sure.
like, psych eval, would that qualify under there? Would that be something else?
Yeah.
Find out.
And I believe 380-01 is because Station 1 uses more natural gas or
Yes.
than they had expected, or propane. I don't remember which it was, but, so that one probably
gas.
was a natural gas. That one probably makes the most sense
Because they were
there.
paying for the full building versus before, they were only paying for their portion, not
Right.
the PD's portion.
And it was more than they had expected when they took all that over. I remember that was a discussion or something at some point. Do you, George, do you have any idea why there's more repair and maintenance building at 1 and 3?
I think that conversation was brought up, it made sense, I think they needed some maintenance, unexpected maintenance, I don't recall
Was it when
exactly
the,
what it was.
power loss and the generator kicked on, it was supplying
Right.
220 and burned out a bunch of stuff?
That's what it was. Yep,
They had lost like some computers, some speakers, some lighting.
yep,
Was that in Station 1 or 3?
Station one,
Okay.
lost power, the generator kicked on, it's miswired, so part of it was supplying 220 to the 120 circuits inside the building.
Okay.
So then some stuff couldn't tolerate that and got fried.
Is that the first time it's kicked on, or like,
yeah.
Really?
They've been
Wow.
load tested but never transferred power to the building, so it'd be
Okay.
isolated out,
Okay.
load tested, but not transferring power to the building.
wow, and that building's, what, probably 40 years old? I don't know how old the gen set is, but damn, okay, that's cool. In Station 3, there's a $2,500 increase on that. Do you remember what that was?
Was that the concrete pad,
No, that was at Station 2, wasn't it?
east one?
Yeah.
Isn't that 3?
Was it at 3? Okay,
That was where the concrete pad went.
okay.
I think that's about that amount, isn't it?
I think you're right.
I thought they traded advertising for part of that. That was talked about in August. They traded
Well, they were-
advertising for
They
part
had
of
paid
that.
up front for it, but then they were trying, they asked, I think, the liquor store to do, their boot roundup thing towards that, but the money had already, so I guess I wouldn't be put in the 26 budget if it was done this year.
That whole thing seemed weird.
Yeah.
That might be something for you to ask about. That was talked about when you weren't there at the concrete pad and the funding for that. I know he
Okay,
traded some,
2 pads.
two
One at
pads.
the hydrant and then one at the door where the roof, water sheds onto the grass. What
Okay.
had been grass.
okay,
Yeah, and he discussed trading some rodeo advertising for it.
all right, I made a note.
Okay.
Everything else is a lot of unchanges or pretty stationary stuff.
I'm still gonna fight as hard as I can for that 3.2% minimum.
I agree.
Is the ladder the only piece of equipment that you're aware of, Jeff, that they want to?
I think, in my personal opinion, I think there's other pieces of equipment that,
I mean, as far as like what
Well,
leadership is
PLC.
pushing for, is that the only?
I don't know. I've heard several board members been asking for a couple of years about a detailed capital replacement plan, and I haven't seen one in quite a while. I don't know if George has requested one, or
No, but
they
I
used to
will clar-
provide one.
what?
They used to provide a capital replacement plan
Yes,
when I first got on.
yes, I have that somewhere, so
Okay.
I'll get that. That 3.2%, I'll get more clarity on it, but if I remember right, that's the planned percentage to go up every year from here into the future. So next year, they're not gonna try to hit zero, or the year after. If I understood right, it's a minimum 3.2% every year. To get more money in the capital improvement.
Got plenty to discuss at the next meeting, I guess.
Is there anything else that, George, that you had questions on from us about, from the JPA or any of the other documents you provided that you can think of at the moment?
No, what I tried to put together for you guys was just a history, the way I looked at it, and the history of the fire district, and what I thought were the powers for everybody involved. I'd like more clarification from Mike about, you're saying they contract out some of the townships to the local fire departments. Do they pay to contract out? Did you clarify that? What?
Absolutely, yeah. It's a contract. When we had Stacy, we paid X amount of dollars to Stacy. We had North Branch, we paid X amount of dollars. And when the city was in charge of the fire department, we paid X amount of dollars to the city of Isani too.
Well,
All of them had contracts.
could you explain to me then, if I'm a township and I already belong to the district and I already paid my portion, why I would want to contract out to another fire department on top of that?
Proximity.
About what?
Proximity.
Proximity, so maybe
proximity
a
to the fire
quicker
department.
response time if
Exactly.
needed? Okay. And who would determine that? Wouldn't that be determined by 911 anyway? So,
Oh, geography.
Geography and
Township boards usually decide what sections they want to put where.
It's probably been established for a long
all-
time, if
it's
I were to
all-
guess.
okay, so the
Township.
whole township, okay, that's, all right.
Yeah.
So the whole township is not in the district, just part of it, right?
Correct.
When I see those lines.
And when they formed the
That's what
district,
you're-
that's when our township decided to put all of our cards in the basket.
Did you guys save money coming to the district from the contracting? Or,
No.
no, it cost more to come to the district?
It's definitely more expensive.
Okay.
Why'd you
just-
do it?
Better service, you thought?
No choice?
No, everybody has a choice. but
No, but I mean, like, as far as the benefits to the ISO rating and stuff and reducing risk.
No. Station 3 was being built. It hadn't been finished yet. And we were hoping that we'd have more active firefighters in that particular station. And it will, it'll happen. It's gonna take development and people. It's a long-term deal, but we thought this would be the best bet, the best bang for the money at the time. Hindsight, I don't know that we'd do that again, but I'm glad you guys are, this is the best meeting I've been to in a long time. Thoughtful conversation, lots of good questions, and the most important thing is that now I know Oxford Township isn't standing alone on our questions, or at least Mike Miller from Oxford Township isn't standing alone.
Sure.
So,
Are you planning on going to the next fire board meeting?
unlike you guys, I can't go there because then we have quorum.
Oh.
We only have 3 people, so that's why we limit it to just one person, so we don't have a quorum. Not that we're making decisions, but it's still transparency.
Can't you post, though, that you're both gonna be there and that there could be a quorum involved?
We,
at the-
absolutely, we can. Much like your administrator here, you have to get it posted Yeah,
3 days, okay. No, because I really appreciate my fellow board members making it to the meeting and filling in the gaps, because it's a lot to remember, and I'm new, and I have so much to learn about just the inner makings of the fire district and how a fire department works, and I knew there was gonna be a lot involved, and I don't feel like I'm taking it on totally alone, which is good for now.
Yep. Any other questions or discussions? Jeff? Nick?
Not this time.
George? All right, well, I have a little summary of some of the stuff we talked about. So the first thing we talked about was, the JPA, and we had a consensus amongst ourselves to request, as one of 7 board members, that you guys have a special session or some sort of work session with the JPA, either with an attorney or without, so that you guys can actually talk as a board about every little item in it, because if you're gonna sign up for something for the next 20 years, 30 years, whatever, I think every item should be talked about amongst you guys, so we had a consensus amongst us for you to ask for that. We talked a lot about the minutes and the agendas being posted. I would like it if, George, you could bring that forward, so that, I'm sure they've already heard it from us, but if we can keep reiterating that, along with the video streaming or some sort of recording of some kind. So that's the minutes, the agenda, and either recording or video streaming. And then we talked about the retirement numbers. I would like to personally see what the average chief is putting into the retirement across the state, as well as the volunteer firefighters, or the paid on-call, sorry, what their retirement numbers are as an average. And then the capital maintenance fund numbers and their formal replacement schedule, and how they're gonna justify putting $230,000 into their proposed budget for capital replacement when it's been $100,000 in the past, which results in an increase for our taxpayers. So those were the main points that I think we talked about. Was there anything that I missed? All right, so George, if you could give them that feedback, and hopefully they can listen to this, since it is recorded. They can listen and hear this for themselves too. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn unless there's other discussion.
Motion adjourned.
Second.
Motion adjourned by Councilmember Peterson, second by Councilmember Heeman. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0. We are adjourned. Thanks, Mike.